Hi everyone, welcome to your unboxing of the Moon Void Tarot. Sorry for the slight delay there, I'll get that fixed up later on. Slight problems with my camera settings. I hope you're all doing well. This is a deck a few of you asked to see, so this is what's coming out today. And it's a deck that's brand new to me. I haven't even taken the plastic off yet, so I'm experiencing it properly for the first time along with you. The moment of truth, as always, is if I can actually get the plastic off. Let's start finding that out. There we go. It's actually come off quite easily. That doesn't always happen. So this is the Moon Void Tarot, created by Stefanie Caponi, layout and edited by Sarah Carney Designs. Hi, Jack. Wonderful to see you here. Hi to everyone else just tuning in. Please feel free to say hi in the chat. Let me know how you're doing. So we have the cards, and it is just the cards here. The guidebook is actually on the creator's Instagram at Moon Void Tarot. So if you want to see the guidebook, you can look that up online. But these are the cards. It's a very simple back design. These are black and white cards, but they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to start running through these. Please let me know how you're doing in the chat, and please remember to like and share the video. So I'm going to start moving straight through these once everyone's settled in and ready to go. And these are the images. We start off with the Fool. You can see the style of cards that you're going to be working with here. I do feel the artist has put a lot of herself into these. You can probably tell that. This is a very determined, focused Fool, stepping out, but I feel like she knows what she's doing. Eager to learn, eager to get going. Next up is the Magician. So you're going to see the central character here running through this. Again, the Magician has all the tools at her disposal there. You can just see the backdrop. Stars and stardust in the backdrop as well. And her lipstick is almost coordinated with mine. Almost. That wasn't deliberate. I didn't plan that. But these are quite evocative. I can feel like a vibrancy coming off of these cards. And you don't always feel that, but that's especially in black and white. But that's what I'm feeling here. And just a little touch of color, I feel, just helps her to jump out of the card at you. Rose Gold says infinity symbol on her forehead. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. So you might expect for the Magician. I know you normally associate that symbol with strength as well, and with the Two of Pentacles, but there's that creative energy. Here's the High Priestess. Do you feel like she's kind of telling you to get fucked and get out of her space? So the first thing that I got is she's not going to put up with any bullshit as a High Priestess. You know, if you don't treat the mysteries with respect, if you don't treat what she's achieved and her knowledge with respect, she's going to give you pretty short shrift. Thank you, Rose Gold. Hi, Stamoku. Hi, LV. Hi, everyone else just tuning in. Don't forget to like and share the video. Here's the Empress. Again, the focused look that our central character has here. You can see the eye on the shield as well. It's a knowingness. You can just see the shift as well from the kind of crown from the High Priestess there to the Empress there. You move on to the Emperor, and now we're moving into cards that don't actually have a human figure depicted. So this is more like an invitation, I feel, to take on the role of the Emperor, to step into that power, to step into authority, to assume those attributes for yourself rather than allow someone else to govern and rule over you. It's the first thing that I'm getting peering into this card. Here's the Hierophant. Isn't this different? Isn't this different to seeing like a Pope figure or a religious leader or someone who knows it all or knows better than you who you're supposed to bow down to? This is an invitation to step into divine knowledge yourself, to get that connection yourself. But it's also, as you'll see with the glasses in the book, it's also about study. But this is about developing that for yourself. And taking your time as we go through the lunar cycles, it develops over time. That wisdom develops over time, but it's not about there being someone there as the grand communicator. It's nothing like that. Very, very different. I'm much, much more comfortable with these as the Emperor and the Hierophant than your perhaps more traditional Rider-Waite depiction or even your Marseille depiction. I like this. It's inviting you to take on those positions, those roles far more overtly. Here's the Lovers. Here's the spark between the lovers. It's that passionate embrace that is about creating something that is more than they are individually. The Lovers is the choice to take on a spiritual path, and here we see what that means in practice when we see people coming together in this way, what they can create. So we're dealing with a very different deck. Obviously, the deck I unboxed for you a couple of days ago, that was more typical in a sense, like modern artwork, but more typical. But we're very, very different here. And we're going on. Here's the Chariot. What have we got for the Chariot? Diary pages, progress, things being torn out. I've moved past that. I've moved past that. Chuck that away, move forward. Chuck that away, move forward. Quick progress. Documentation, sure, but actually not wasting time. And the Chariot doesn't waste time. Nice, nice, nice. And it's practical as well. It's grounded. It can make sense. His strength. Very heart-centered. This is the Leo energy. This, for me, is about taking up space, being resolute. Again, there is that divine spark of wisdom, but there is the heart as well. So this is a balancing almost between heart and mind that we get in the Strength card here. Powerful. Here's the Hermit. This is like a woodland retreat. It's like disappearing off. So hermiting in a more literal sense. Going away somewhere, taking that space for yourself, finding that space for yourself, building on from there. The Wheel. The Wheel. I want you to tell me in the comments, in the live chat, what do you see in this wheel? Because what I'm seeing here I feel is like a coffee cup reflecting back. So we could be looking at tasseomancy here. I don't know if that's what the artist was intending. It's just what I'm getting. The sense of things being mapped out for you in that way, but there's also appearing on, it's like it's drawn on a page as well. So you're not just giving in to fate, it's like what's being seen in the coffee cup as a reflection of the self is almost something that they are sketching. Kind of co-creative aspect. I'm literally just giving the first things that come to mind here. As I said, these cards are brand new to me. Here's Justice. Stefanie, as I thought it was a frying pan. Maybe it is. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe you got to be careful with the wheel. Maybe you want to be careful what you're wishing for with the wheels, out of the frying pan into the fire then. Here's Justice. More traditional. Balancing of sun and moon as well as mind and heart there. Justice appearing as a sword. Here's the Hanged Man. And it's a contemplative hanged man who we get here. I wish I could hang off a tree like that. I feel I'd be hitting my head quite hard, but there's the Hanged Man. And yeah, there are tits in this deck. So if that bothers you, you should probably go and watch a different video. There's quite a few tits in this deck. Oh, straight. Well, this is death. This is death. Something new bursting forth. And the way she's leaning back, you know, this is almost orgasmic. Just allowing something new to come forth. Isn't this powerful? Isn't this more interesting than the traditional figure of death coming riding in? Temperance. Hard to even feel what this is telling me, this card at this time, because there's so much going on here. Because there are what appear to be flames in the background. But then the feathers are standing brightly. There's this jewel as well. Something new emerging. Temperance is the card of alchemy. And following on from the death card, here's the devil. Big focus on time here. Now, time is ruled by Saturn. The devil is Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Time can be a huge prison. The society we live in is based so much on time constraints, on what the working day is structured as, on doing things in a certain time frame. There are deadlines, there are things to get to in a certain time, and it fucks you the hell up, and you can't go slow when you want to, even though you should do, and it's radical to go slow. So when we're talking about the chains, we're almost talking about the society. I think we're talking about the society, the world that we're living in, the way that it restricts us, constrains us in ways that we take for granted. That's what I'm getting off the devil there straight away. Something to free yourself from, walk away from, stop being in such a rush. I have to get there, do this by this time, or it's a failure. Bullshit. Get there in your own time. Here is the Tower. A lot in the Tower. A lot of stuff going up in flames right there. A lot to let go of. So it's like all the detritus, all the attachments, all the beliefs, all the phases, all the fads that we might connect to in our lifetime, the different phases, the material things that we accumulate. There's a handbag, and there's a lollipop, and there's a hairdryer, and there are shoes, and there's some cake, and there's an ice cream up there, and all of which are nice in the moment, none of which necessarily endure, all of which can be positive memories, but when we over attach to them, guess what happens? I am loving this. Isn't that stunning? Isn't that absolutely stunning? All of it is going to burn away. Past loves as well. If you can see the heart there, past loves to let go of. Things that were good but have had to come to an end. And where does that take us to? It takes us to the Star. I want to look at these 3 cards in sequence, because there's a story being told here. There's the devil imprisoned by time. The things that have been attached to over time, all of those things, years upon years upon years. And then here's the Star, light and free, able to just be in the moment, to look forward optimistically, to feel free of all that detritus. Isn't this wonderful? Move on from there. It's the Moon. And we're almost back to that forest retreat that we saw in the Hermit. And I don't feel like this moon is threatening or foreboding. This is like a time for reflection, to calm the mind, to get in touch with the inner process, to feel that magic, the magic that we've made space for by allowing the things that don't serve us anymore to fall away. It's a sweet place to be. Here's the sun. The light coming in. Even this built up landscape, you know, it's still the sun that nourishes us, that fuels us, that feeds us, that warms us. And here's Judgment. Allowing that inspiration, that revelation to come through. Judgment can be absolutely brutal at times, because it calls you to do better, to rise up, to get on with something more, to step up to the mark. And here she is. Someone mentioned connection to source earlier. I feel that's what we're getting with Judgment here. More than anything else, that's what we're getting with Judgment here. It's that third eye very, very open indeed. And the world, just a calming space. Just, okay, done it, achieved it. And if you think back to those diary pages in the Chariot and being filled out, and this is like the story being complete. It's all been written up now. Everything there, understanding. Ready for a fresh chapter. Move on to the minors. Here's the Ace of Wands. Striking at something. Clouds are going to clear away. Nothing's going to stand in the way there. Two of Wands. You can see what's happening with the suit of Wands here. Very deliberately. And this is almost like, with the Two of Wands, it's almost like a no turning back thing. You're going to cross this point and something new is going to unfold. It's the Three of Wands. And I like this Three of Wands a lot. And I'll tell you why. It's, for me, the Three of Wands isn't as optimistic a card as a lot of people read it as. For me, the Three of Wands can be about, it can be like waiting forever. It can be being beached, washed up here, relying too much on external forces. You can get stuck there for a while, the Three of Wands. It's a phase to move past. Yeah, something else may be coming in, but you don't know it is. Four of Wands. That finding of safety, a finding of something. Still not a place to stay, but the trees are in bloom. It's comfortable. It's nice for a time. Five of Wands. Isn't that different? Isn't that different? Paintbrushes, pencils, tools at your disposal. No, you can't use them all at once. You've got to be selective. But isn't that different from that old Five of Wands where everything is a strain and a drain? Six of Wands. It's like a culmination. It's things coming together. Flowers blooming. And that wreath as well. And the wreath can spell victory in line with the traditional Six of Wands. Seven of Wands. Eight of Wands, I would say it's more traditional. That's what you expect from the Eight of Wands. Nine of Wands. These are bloodied. These are thorns. And yeah, there's blood, sweat, and tears, and that is the Nine of Wands, is blood, sweat, and tears. It's very overt there. Ten of Wands. Again, a bit different from what you'd normally have. And yeah, maybe there are clashes here, things get in each other's way, but it's also, it's reaching up, reaching out, reaching for freedom. It's not just carrying everything around. Here's the Page of Wands, and we've got that theme of paintbrushes again. Potentially somebody working magic. Candles burning. Stuff being drawn up, intentions being set, creativity. And the wands are a creative energy. You know, they're not just a burst of energy, they are creative. Oh, here's the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands. Isn't that different? Isn't that so different from what you normally see the Knight of Wands depicted as? And personally, I'm content for black cats to cross my path. I'm also allergic to them, so I can't stroke them, but I'm content for them to cross my path. They're nice. Stay on side with them. Here is the Queen of Wands. A lot going on with the Queen of Wands. On fire, growing upwards. What are you seeing here? Powerful figure, the Queen of Wands. And the King of Wands. Fire does burn what's in its path. Destroys, creates, changes, transforms. Everything burns in the end. Here's the Ace of Cups. Always something pleasing to see, a cup of coffee. Energy, the life that it's giving. If that wasn't enough, here's the Two of Cups. Three of Cups. There's the party atmosphere of the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is a celebration. It's good times together. Four of Cups. Can you see what she'd rather be drinking? Bit bored of water. Five of Cups. Six of Cups. Just to make it a bit more explicit, the word memories is written right there. So you can't miss what's going on here. For good, for bad, the Six of Cups. It's the card of the past, of nostalgia, of connecting to the past. Here's the Seven of Cups. As I say, these are brand new to me. I'm seeing these properly for the first time. The Seven of Cups can be about fantasy. It can be about having all these wonderful ideas, wonderful thoughts. Sometimes you get caught up in that daydreaming. Sometimes it leads you somewhere really good. Sometimes it reminds you of a beautiful past. There's the Eight of Cups. You get butts as well as tits in this deck. Sooner or later, you get up and do something else. Nine of Cups. Almost potential overkill. And the Ten of Cups. Here's the Page of Cups. Deep in it. Knight of Cups. Queen of Cups. What have we got here? We've got pearls. There's the lobster. Starfish. Cup itself is made of and embossed with shells. There's the light. There's that intuitive spark. There's everything that's had to be worked through to get to it. Here's the King of Cups. Literally like a trophy. The Ace of Swords. Here is the Two of Swords. Third eye needs to open. Get a sense of where you're really going. Here's the Three of Swords. Yeah, it's fairly traditional, but this can also be like holding on to the upset, holding on to the grief. You know, she's almost holding the swords in herself rather than moving past to the Four of Swords. Again, sleeping with a sword close to your chest, not a bad idea at times when you've been hurt. Sometimes you've got to guard yourself. Here's the Five of Swords. There's the blood again. The apprehension of the Five of Swords. And the swords are not pointing at the central figure here. They're around. It can be spiraling thoughts, fears. Old conflicts. Here's the Six of Swords. You see they're arranged on a bridge. So this is that onward movement, that onward journey. Seven of Swords. What you see here is they're all bagged up. So this can be keeping your thoughts to yourself, your ideas to yourself, keeping your beliefs to yourself, keeping them in reserve, having them available when you need them, but not needing to share with everyone, not letting them take over. Eight of Swords. Nine of Swords is very potent as a Nine of Swords. Very potent as a Nine of Swords indeed. Very powerful imagery. On the other hand, if you're going to have nightmares and fears, you can at least use them to create a very, very nice updo. I'd love to get my hair to be that big. Ten of Swords is very traditional. You know what you're getting with the Ten of Swords. It's the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords can be a seeker of wisdom. Someone who starts to come up with ideas, play with ideas. It's a dynamic energy, the Page of Swords. See the incense burning there as well. It's the element of air there, being more explicit. Here's the Knight of Swords. I know, Burb. I know. Burb. This isn't like an uncompromising Knight of Swords. This is one who wants to get somewhere, to help, to learn, to discuss, to support, I feel. Oh, here's the Queen of Swords. Here is the Queen of Swords. Wisdom comes in the form of an owl. There are the scales there as well of justice. So you're getting the Libra energy as well of the Queen of Swords. There's the quill again. She's a queen. It's still in the water as well. Water's still there. But this is more about righteousness. Your King of Swords, continuing that Libra theme. In fact, the King of Swords, you've actually got Gemini going on here. You can see that. So she's taken the King of Swords to be a Gemini energy, which is unusual because usually you'd take the Knights as the mutable energy. But here the King of Swords has that mutable quality. Could decide either way, isn't decided yet. Can take on both ideas, weigh them up. Here's the Ace of Pentacles. A lot more traditional with the aces again. There's something new emerging there. Here is the Two of Pentacles. Sunflowers. Three of Pentacles. It's almost explorative, the Three of Pentacles here. Something behind that door. Takes work to get there. There's something to go and look at, to go and explore. Remember, threes are creative. Threes have a newness to them. Here's the Four of Pentacles. You can see the scale of departure that we're making here from some of the more traditional approaches to these cards. Five of Pentacles. Shortage of money, frugality, needing to be careful. Excuse me. Six of Pentacles is more traditional again. I feel like there's a bit of a warning in the Six of Pentacles of not to ask too much of other people either, because it's like all the money is going here. And we can't see if there's much left there. The Seven of Pentacles. It's the Eight of Pentacles, traditional card of study, work, training, perfecting, practicing. Her pentacles, literally. Refining. Intense focus, concentration. Not being satisfied until she makes it. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, I've achieved all of that and it's great, but what the fuck do I do now, actually? Got this big bush of Pentacles. What am I going to do with myself now? I'm a bit bored, a bit lonely, to be honest. Ten of Pentacles. Is that the promised land, or is that putting gates up, fencing yourself off from the world? Here's the Page of Pentacles. So you see what we have with the pages here, with the books open every time. Pages are about learning. You know, they're young. There's a bundle of herbs just burning away there as well. Cleansing the space, creating room for something new to come. It's a red rose. It's a commitment. Like red rose for me is a lot of commitment to something. The Knight of Pentacles, more roses, this time with thorns as well. Knight of Pentacles is a snake. Queen of Pentacles. And obviously this is Earth, so we move into the realm of Capricorn, move into the realm of Taurus as well. King of Pentacles. There's the Capricorn energy. There's the making it one way or another. And again, with the, you know, with the queens, we have the water. With the kings, we have the flames. And that is what the Moon Void Tarot looks like. And I am happy to pull cards for a couple of people using this deck. If you have a question for me that you would like me to pull cards for you on, please pop it in the live chat. I'll see which of you I am drawn to. I'm going to get the deck shuffled whilst I'm waiting for those to come through. I'm also going to remind everyone that I have a sale on this week. If you'd like to book a private reading, I'm offering 15% off any reading booked between now and the 9th of December because I'm celebrating 2 years of Violet Star Tarot. If you'd like to book a reading at a discount, just pop voucher code 2YEAR, number 2, and then year in capital letters in the coupon code box, and you get 15% off. And I'll stick the details for that in the box after this video is complete. So who would like a quick card pull with the Moon Void Tarot? Everyone's gone very quiet. Of course, Rose Gold, what would you like to ask? Pam Wilkes is saying, need some guidance after being sick, looking forward, very depressing. Okay, Pam, let me get a focus for you. Okay, Pam. Well, is this appropriate? Pam, I've pulled the star for you. So this is about optimism. This is literally about looking forward. This is okay. I've been through the worst of it. Maybe it's taken a toll on me, but what I'm not going to do is attach to the difficulties, the pain, expecting them to come back. I'm feeling free of this. I'm moving forward. You might want to write down some of the negative ideas and thoughts and beliefs that you've been dealing with. Get them out on paper so as you can let go of them. So as you can let go of them and feel free of them, because that stuff can go around in your head, that can eat you up. It can also be about being more in touch with your body, finding ways to heal by being more in touch with your body, understanding what the feelings in your body are telling you, understanding what's going on an emotional and a feeling level, how that can give rise to physical illness, and starting to tune in on a deeper level, starting to heal more intuitively in that sense. I hope that makes sense for you. Rose Gull is asking, will I be reunited with the father of my son this December, January? Thank you. Okay, Rose Gold. I feel you will. I feel you will. It doesn't necessarily feel long term. It feels like communication. It feels like communication. The sense that I get with this relationship is that there's stuff to sort out. There's stuff to talk through. There's stuff to discuss. And there are happy memories with the Two of Cups. With the Page of Wands, I feel like you're going to be communicating, talking things through, getting stuff out in the air, out in the open. But with the 10 of Wands, the sense that I get is you're going to find the same issues that took you apart in the first place. So while you can clear the air, while you can improve things, I don't feel a rebuilding of a relationship here. This is going to be something slightly different to that, but this is about clearing the air. It's about reconnecting and moving forward in that way. Okay, no more questions. Thank you all for being here through the unboxing. I am so excited to work with this deck. If you'd like to work with me with this deck in detail, please feel free to get in touch and book a reading. If my work helps you, please feel free to leave me a donation as well. My details for that are just in the box below. If there's anything else I can help any of you with, please feel free to get in touch at any time. I'm going to wish you all a wonderful, wonderful afternoon, evening, night, or morning, depending on where you are in the world. Thank you all so much for being here. If you want more details on this deck, just look up Moon Void on Instagram, and there's a whole guidebook published there. The artist is Stefanie Caponi. You can follow her Instagram as well. I've followed her for years. Her work is wonderful. I'll see you all again really, really soon. Have a great day.